If you've been doing crunches, planks, ab workouts, and your mom pooch is still there, this video is for you. It's not because you're not trying hard enough. Diastasis healing is a bit more nuanced than social media makes it out to be. It's more than just crunches, deep core work, deep core activation, and pressure management. Today, we're talking about diastasis recti, what it actually is, and how and why your core exercises might not be working. And the one muscle that almost no one talks about that might be the missing link. Hey, welcome back. I'm Dr. Vida Ahmad, a pelvic floor physical therapist, a birth doula, mom of two, and founder of Fit to Push. I help women feel supported, strong, and confident during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. And today, we're breaking down diastasis recti in a way that actually makes sense to you. So first, diastasis recti is not just, it's a thinning and widening of the connective tissue between your abdominal muscles, specifically between the two rectus abdominis muscles, or your six-pack ab muscles. This is called the Linea Alba. During pregnancy, your belly expands, your abs stretch, and that connective tissue, the Linea Alba, stretches too. It's totally normal, and all full-term pregnancies develop some degree of connective tissue stretching. The problem, though, isn't that it happened. The problem is when it doesn't regain that tension and strength postpartum. And there's a lot of things that you can do during pregnancy that can help the healing process postpartum. Now, I want to preface this by letting you know that most postpartum women, about 60% of them, will heal a diastasis on their own by 6 weeks postpartum without any extra support. This is just the natural healing process of the tissue. But there are some women who need a little bit more help beyond the natural healing. I wrote a blog about this. I'll put the link to it down in the description for you to read more. While there are many contributing factors that can lead to the severity of a diastasis not healing, there are things like genetics, pressure management, and the way we load tissues. We can only control some of them, like pressure management and the way we load tissues through loading mechanics or how we move. But here's where most women kind of go wrong, right? You're told, strengthen your core. So postpartum, you start doing things like crunches, sit-ups, planks, ab circuits, or you just join group fitness classes. But here's the issue. If you don't understand pressure management, those exercises can actually push more pressure forward into the already weakened tissue. So instead of rebuilding tension, you're stretching that already stretched Linea Alba even more, resulting in delaying the natural healing process of the diastasis. That doming or coning you see in the middle of your belly, it's a loss of pressure. It's a loss of pressure management. And that doming or coning isn't always necessarily a bad thing. When doming or coning occurs, you're stressing the Linea Alba tissue. However, all materials, even our tissues, have a breaking point to which it's unable to repair. This is called the stress-strain curve, and this topic's a little bit more dense for this video and require a follow-up video in the future. But the point is that we want to stretch the tissue to build resilience and strength. But we want to be mindful of how we do so, because we don't want to push that tissue beyond its breaking point and cause delayed healing or potentially the inability to heal. So, if you've been doing crunches and other core work, your diastasis isn't healing, this could be part of the problem. Posture, tissue tension can all impact the load placed along the linea alba. So imagine you're trying to do a plank, you're trying to lift your baby, or even do an overhead press, and your low back muscles are tight, your ribs are flared, your shoulder blade mobility is limited, and your upper back is stiff, right? You're gonna shoulder press like this. All of these things can lead to poor loading mechanics on the abdominal muscles, preventing your diastasis from healing. Whenever we hear heal your diastasis, the first things that pop up on social media is do deep core work and pressure management. But no one talks about the missing link, which is the serratus anterior muscle. It's a fan-shaped muscle that sits on the side of your ribs here, and it helps control your shoulder blade movement. It's a pretty important muscle for reaching forward, reaching overhead, preventing rib flare, and it helps for better breastfeeding postures as well. So if you've been struggling with healing a diastasis and you want to learn more, you want to get assessed by a pelvic floor physical therapist, you want to learn how to manage pressure, you want to find the deep core, and you want to address improper tissue loading mechanics before going to group fitness classes, I offer free discovery calls. You can check out the link in the description below to book a free discovery call if you have questions about healing your diastasis today. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.